YouTube. So this week's crazy. It's been crazy. How are you? It's been a hot minute. Whew. So this week, my oldest daughter, Gwen, is at summer camp for her first time ever, and I just dropped her off this morning, and it was exciting. You know, we're homeschoolers, so I'm not going to have that experience where I drop her off to kindergarten the first time ever. But I did drop her off to summer camp, and it kind of dawned on me the day before that I'm like, she's going to be probably the youngest kid there, because the youngest kids they accept are age 5. It's the first time she's old enough. And she just turned 5 last weekend. And I was just kind of like, wow, she's so big that she's going, but also she's so small. She could like barely hold up her backpack and her lunch, and it was pretty cute. But while she's at camp this week, I am going to be trying to prep and get ready for our homeschool year. I have my lovely checklist behind me, which I have posted one of my homeschool checklists on Facebook in the past, and some people were very thrown off by it. They did not like it at all. I have ADHD, and having a visual list really helps me to get things done, because I have to break up to everything into little parts. This is definitely not everything I need to do this week, but those are all the things that I could get out of my head at the moment. I planned to come home right after dropping her off and start working on my list today, but of course that didn't happen because when I was getting her ready this morning, I realized that in this lovely heat wave that we're having in Maryland, it's 95 each day, and the 2 bathing suits she has are a one-piece, which would not be great for her to wear all day for going to the bathroom, or a 2-piece that has long sleeves, which I think would just be way too hot. So I spent the morning going to multiple stores trying to find her a new bathing suit that she could wear that I couldn't even find one, even if I liked it or didn't like it or thought it was appropriate. There just was nothing. So we're going to try again later, but I wasted my whole morning looking for a new bathing suit for her, so it'd be easier for her tomorrow, but yeah, no luck. So my first thing that I'm trying to get done this week, my list is over there. I might go over it more thoroughly. I think I'm going to do a voiceover and have this be kind of like a get ready with me type of video. But I have started a co-op, so I need to build that schedule. I've got one more parent who said they're interested, who I'm trying to meet with this week. I just bought bunk beds on Facebook Marketplace and got here yesterday. So I'm trying to get my daughter's old mattress and box spring picked up because they were full size and they're not going to fit the bunk beds. And what else? So I've got to plan everything for our co-op for the fall season. I would like to get my homeschool space cleaned up. It's extra bad. This is my dining room. First off, there's bunk beds in it. Second off, we came back from vacation a week ago, directly into 2 birthdays and a birthday party 3 days after we got back. So everything's a mess from traveling and the birthday party. And then 2 days later, I was at a gym. I tried out a new gym. I am definitely not a boot camp girl. It was a boot camp gym. And I hurt myself. So my arm was completely out of commission. I could still use my baby carrying arm, but I couldn't use my right arm, which is my do everything else arm. So it just continued to pile up rather than get better. And then of course I bought new furniture, which is currently sitting here too. Yeah. So sorry for the chaos. That's what today's going to be though. My goal is to try and get this room clean. I need to get all this co-op stuff figured out. I want to get some lesson planning done this week for my first week of homeschool kindergarten. Hi. And about a million other things on my list. And I have to remember to pick my kid up at 3:30 every day. So it's almost lunchtime now. It's about 11:30. So we've got a few things to do. So I'm going to turn the rest of this video over to voiceover, and I'm going to set this up, and it'll be kind of like a clean with me for now, I guess. And thanks for joining me. All right, I'll talk to you in a minute. Okay, bye. So first off, I want to once again apologize for my video quality. I really do need to get a better camera if I'm going to do more of these YouTube videos. I just don't know how I'm going to have time to do them, so I don't know if that'd be a worthwhile investment. So one thing I wanted to talk about is that I do have ADHD, and that definitely is a factor in terms of making these messes. My houses will never be that perfectly clean, beautiful homeschool house that I aspire to that's all over YouTube. That's just not me. It's just not going to happen, but that's okay. One thing that does really help me
with ADHD is making lists, which I talked about. And I know that the list that I made looks very overwhelming to some people that you saw in the video, but that list is honestly not even that helpful for me. There's not enough items on it. So the way an ADHD brain works that is different from other people is that we can't just put really any thoughts or activities into autopilot. Every single step of every single activity you do, we have to think about it. And that's why so many ADHD kids get overwhelmed with seemingly simple tasks at school. So, for example, you could tell a student that they need to finish a worksheet, and you're thinking it's only one worksheet. And they're looking at that worksheet and they're looking at, okay, I have to write my name. I have to remember every letter in my name and I have to write them perfectly. A lot of us also have perfectionism. And then after I write my name, I have to read the instructions and I have to make sure I focus on the instructions. And I'm very bad at focusing, so I'll probably read the instructions wrong and I'm already not going to get it right. Then I have to look at the problems and I have to do every single math problem and I have to think about every single step of every single math problem. And then I have to look at the next thing and I have to look at every single true or false and I have to think about every single word in every single one of those questions and decide if every single word in every single one of those questions is true or false. And then I have to manage to stay focused this whole time, and there's still two other parts of the worksheet and it's too much. I'm too overwhelmed. So, and that's just a little couple second blip of why an ADHD person is more likely to have a meltdown over a simple task, and other people are looking at them like they just don't understand. So if your kid has ADHD, and I think for a lot of us, that's why we're homeschooling, because the typical classroom is just not built for that, because not only are you doing that, but your body is also having these impulsive urges to move. They cannot sit still while they're trying to mentally figure out all these things. So just give a little grace. And that's what I'm trying to do with my daughter, and I have to remember to do it with myself. But yeah, like I said, so this is my list, and it's driving me crazy because even though I have been doing so many things, today's the next day when I'm recording this. It's also my birthday. So yay, happy birthday to me. I'm getting to do all sorts of things I love today, like making a YouTube video. I went to the mall. I got my free Starbucks. And what else? And I visited my best friend so far. And then after this, I'm going to work on a little bit more of homeschool planning, which I love. Because that's my happy place before I pick my daughter up from her second day of summer camp. She loved it yesterday. I'm so excited to hear what she did today. And then we're going to go out to dinner as a family. So very low-key day, maybe not fun for everybody, but very fun for me. And that's the ADHD losing track, jumping railroad tracks of thought. So what was I saying? But with my list, it's really a struggle because even though I've been doing things and so many things, each one of the things on my checklist are just too big. I've done multiple things, for example, in terms of cleaning this dining room out. You guys see me doing it in this video, but it's not completely done yet because the bunk beds are still in my living room, which I have to wait for someone to come pick up the mattress that's upstairs before I can put the bunk beds upstairs. And the task is not done. So it looks to me in my brain with all these millions of steps that I'm thinking about in my brain like I'm not making progress, though I know I am. And the biggest difference there is that I am now 33 years old. But our kids are still little. They're still 5 and 6 and 7 and 12 and 17. And it's still overwhelming for them. So in my head, I've learned I am getting things done, even though it doesn't look like it on my list. But having the list and being able to check things off does help me a lot. And oftentimes when I would make a list, if I'm feeling very stressed, if I do something but it's not on the list, I have to add it to the list to check things off so I can see that I am making progress and it's not just this overwhelming blob of things I need to do in my brain that I'm trying to remember while I'm getting distracted by, butterflies and goldfish and, ooh, what do I want for a snack later? But anyway, so that's just kind of what I wanted to touch base with you guys about and just help, I guess, non-neurodivergent people understand how it just feels, how our brains just function differently for those of us with ADHD, and also just to maybe give a tip to those with ADHD. When in doubt, make a list and add to the list until you can see your progress, and it'll really help you feel less overwhelmed. And yes, I like to make the list on my list and check it off. So how did this room become such a mess? Well, it became such a mess because I went on vacation. We finished the end of my husband's paternity leave, and we were very lucky to go on vacation. And then When we arrived back, the next day was my youngest daughter's birthday, and the next day was my oldest daughter's birthday, and the next day was the massive birthday party that I threw for both of them. And then the next day, we recovered a little bit, but I started at a new gym that I had a free trial membership at. That's one big issue in our area. There are very few options for parents to exercise that offer childcare. Basically, you can go to the YMCA or this cool new boot camp gym that I tried out. So I tried out the boot camp gym, and it was fun. I had some friends there, but I kind of wasn't sure that I was a boot camper, so I wanted to give it my all for the rest of the week. I went the second day, and it was arm day, which is not something I typically partake in. And basically, I just overdid it, and I hurt myself, and I couldn't use my arm for the rest of the week. I literally couldn't extend it until finally on Friday, I went to urgent care, and they gave me some muscle relaxers, and 2 days later, I could finally move it and use it again. So that's how this room became such a mess. It's just been life event after life event after life event. And then, of course, over the weekend, I found bunk beds on Facebook Marketplace. So we went and bought them, and they're sitting in here as well. But that's getting picked up today, which I'm very excited about. And I am checking off a lot of things on my list today, which I think I will do another update tomorrow. So some of my goals for the week, aside from getting this room cleaned up, is to start setting up my memory statement board for kindergarten for my gentle and classical primer curriculum, which I'm very excited. I haven't officially decided which day I'm going to start our kindergarten year. My original plan was to start it next week. I think I'm going to give us at least another week or two to just enjoy summer break because it's been so busy. And Gwen's been doing kindergarten prep until later than I expected her to. So I do want her to just have like a week or two to just rest. So I think we're going to start officially in August, whereas I originally planned on starting the middle of July, but it doesn't matter. It's all up to me anyway. So we're going to push it back to August. But yeah, so on top of that, I want to go through all of our kindergarten prep and preschool worksheets and art projects and everything that I've collected throughout the year. And I want to make kind of like a practice portfolio. I don't need to turn anything in for preschool, but I want to make it to have it and keep it because that was our first year homeschool year together. And she learned so much. And I just want to have a nice place to catalog that so that way I can use it as practice for when I'm making a portfolio this upcoming school year, as well as just for my own personal memories. So I'm really excited to do that. I was originally hoping to get that today. I don't think I'm going to. It might be a task for tomorrow. I'm also working on planning my co-op. I am so excited. I have started a free co-op for myself and other local families here in my county. And so far we have 5 families signed up and they're the nicest people. I'm so excited for all the fun we're going to have together and that our kids are going to get to spend time together and we're going to build relationships. If you would like to know more about my co-op, let me know and I will try to make another video that kind of explains how I came up with it and how I'm running it. The whole thing is that it is free and it's parent run and it's all about building, a community of support and good relationships and just a chance for our kids to learn and grow together, which I'm really, really excited about. It's going to be wonderful. But yeah, I've been putting a lot of work into finalizing that schedule this week while my daughter's at summer camp because it's just a lot easier to make phone calls, send emails, and just do all the things you need to do on a computer when you don't have a 5-year-old running around. I still have a baby, but one less kid means it's time to get this stuff done. Let's see what else. And finally, I really want to spend some time getting my lesson plans for our first week of kindergarten written down and ready to go. I think that I might try and still do that today because it is my birthday and I can do what I want. And that's what I want to do. I really have been realizing how much I definitely still love teaching. It's such a passion for me. I just did not like working for a school district. I didn't like feeling like I was in a system that I slowly came to realize that my personal opinion, it was just broken. And I'm really excited. I kind of posted earlier today that I feel like homeschooling is like the Wild West of teaching. It's so fun and exciting. There's no rules and I can just make the world what I want it and as good as I possibly want it to be. And I get to teach my favorite things in the best ways that I know how with my favorite people in the world. And it's just fun for me. It's passionate. I love it. I love being home with my kids and I'm just very, very grateful. So yeah, that's what I wanted to cover. I think I'm about out of time with this video. I think I might even have to slow down my cleaning video, which I sped up 3 times. So now it might be more about 1.5 times. But thanks for joining me, and I look forward to talking to you again. All right, bye.
Okay. So here's what we've got. Gwen's at summer camp. I gotta pick her up later. I messaged the lady with the baby seat. She didn't about the baby seat for Facebook Marketplace. She did not answer me back. I messaged one lady about the mattress. She didn't answer back. Another lady messaged me asking for pictures, so I've got to send them to her. The bunk beds will need to go upstairs, but I'm not going to do that right now on my own with a wake baby. Just not even worth the trying out. My dining room, I have made a lot of progress on. The laundry with the shorts is currently in. Haven't started the portfolio, haven't started the schedule. I messaged the mom about the meeting, but haven't heard back from her yet, so I don't know. Haven't done any lesson plans or the memory state board. I have a parent meeting for my daughter on Wednesday, so obviously can't do that yet. Give Lily snuggles. I've done a lot of that today. Tomorrow's my birthday, and working on the YouTube video now. So it doesn't look like it, but I am making progress. Let's kind of show you. So these are toys that need to either go outside or be put away. They just need a new location. Here is some sheets and towels that just came out of the wash. I'm gonna put them on the line because they'll dry way faster that way and I can get more wash done. Those are seat cushions that go on these chairs, but a lot of them are stained, so I'm not sure if I want to put them back on the chairs, attempt to wash them, or just get rid of them. That needs to go into storage because we're not using it anymore. That's kind of random stuff. Those are the brakes for my car that I can't lift if I wanted to. Those were in this bag over here, but Lily already stole them. Hi, Lily. And that's my table. That's my purse that I'm actively using. That's my husband's shirt that's going to go upstairs to our room. Those are some of Gwen's toys that are going to go up to her room. Those are the bunk beds that are kind of stuck there for now. This is pretty neat. This is the stuff that I need to go through for Gwen's portfolio. So maybe I'll start working on that next, or I'll do the quilt next. That stuff needs to go upstairs. And I just can't really carry stuff up and downstairs with a baby crawling around. Yeah, you're crawling now. It's making you harder to take care of. Oh, and that's some extra birthday bags. I have to empty that one out as well and fold them up and put them away. I think I also store them all upstairs at this point. So basically just lots of trips up and downstairs that we might wait till this little one's down for a nap to do. Whew, making progress. Lots of progress. I think I'm going to try to take pictures of the mattress. It's going to be hard to do because there's a cover on it and I don't want to take the cover off until I'm sure it's getting picked up. But if these people need pictures, then I guess I'm going to have to. I don't know, maybe either start working on the schedule or work on the preschool portfolio. Both of which are kind of time sensitive. I want to get the preschool portfolio stuff wrapped up before I take out the kindergarten stuff. So I'm thinking I'll do that first, even though there's no real timeline on that. That's just something that I'm doing for me, but in my head I think it'll make more sense to get it done first, and then I can get the stuff out of here. I want to get this whole cart out of here and back up to my 3rd floor where it goes. And then this whole space right here will be clean and nice. And I'll just have the bunk bed and the other random things. So, and those are some of the balloon animals left over from the birthday party, which I'm trying to sell all that stuff on Facebook Marketplace. But as of now, I just want to get them all collapsed and gone. So I'll do that too. Maybe I'll do the balloon animals while I hang out here with Lily until she seems more tired. Yeah? Okay. Break.